Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Build-A-Figure. This is just a series where we check out custom head sculpts, outfit sets, we do kit bashes, you name it. But most importantly, we build figures. Today, we're doing a bit of a Wolverine variant special. Deadpool and Wolverine inspired, of course. We're going to go through two customs in the same video. One I've already put together off camera, we'll discuss the parts and pieces I use for that, and the other we're going to build together throughout the course of this video. I want to preface this by saying, if you don't like the head sculpt I've gone with, or the body choice, or the entire thing, that's perfectly fine. We all have different preferences at the end of the day. But at the very least, just try and appreciate the artistry and the effort that went into this piece. The comments I received on my Superman custom were brutal, man. I mean, I get it, a head sculpt could be controversial, but I've never understood the idea that I like something, you don't, but your opinion is the only one that matters. I'm not allowed to like it because you don't. It must automatically be terrible. I'm being paid to say nice things, right? Yeah, no. We can have different opinions. That's fine. You can hate it, but I can love it. Neither of us are wrong. So, yeah, I'm still very proud of how my Christopher Reeve Superman custom turned out, but if you don't like it, okay, let's move on to the next one. Speaking of the next one, this is the body that I'm going with. I'm pretty sure you could tell if you haven't already seen the thumbnail, that this is going to be the Cavillerine. It's an M34 Fison body, but it's been custom painted and shaded by Duke Avocado over at Good Luck Studio. I've popped a link to their stuff down in the description if you'd like to commission something for yourself. The reason we had to do this muscle shading is because Fison has started making their bodies darker and darker and darker, more tan, essentially. So getting a head sculpt to look right on these Fison bodies is becoming more difficult. Hence why I had it painted. Oh, and the tank top is from AliExpress. I had to get a large one because the body's massive. The jeans were actually from a third-party Aquaman figure, but they fit the body well. And the boots, also from AliExpress, they're generic 1/6 scale cowboy boots. I apologize for the rant, I had to get it off my chest, because seeing comments telling me that Superman looks like he's got the man flu, or one even said cancer, that's like the lowest of the low comment that I saw out of the bunch, don't love to see it. Fingers crossed the Cavillerine fares a lot better than Superman did. So this is the outer box that the head sculpt comes in. It's made of cardboard. We've got a wax seal up on top that says Good Luck Studio. A pull tab so you can pull the string to get to the manila envelope style closure around the front. But you can just as easily open it from the underside if you want to. I know, I'm being stupid. I should just rip the darn thing open. I can't bring myself to do it. The wax seal just looks so nice. The inner box is made of real wood and it also says Good Luck Studio on the top. That's been branded into the surface. You slide this open to reveal another lid covered in fabric and well padded. We've got some Wolverine hands. We'll get to them in just a second. And a hand-signed COA by Duke Avocado. I love this little sticker that says, "Good luck be with you." Now I get the whole Good Luck Studio thing. The head sculpt itself is sitting inside this clear acrylic container, and it's fully foam padded on the inside. Dude, that's the Cavillerine. How awesome is this? Yes, he's maybe a bit more tan than I would have liked, but we were locked in very early on to having to go with Fison because there just aren't that many massive 1/6 scale seamless bodies out there. And we couldn't very well go jointed because he's wearing a tank top for crying out loud. He would have looked ridiculous. So Fison it is, and that's why he's more tan like this. I don't even mind the skin tone because now there's a point of difference between Henry Cavill in the MCU versus the DCEU. As Superman, he's more pale, As Wolverine, who's to say that he can't be a bit more tan? There's some skin texture sculpted and also painted onto the surface of the head. The eyes look absolutely gorgeous with this little bright spot down below. He looks very alive. And Duke Avocado's specialty, as I'm sure you can already tell, is rooted hair. This hair is masterfully done with the curl and the wave to it, and he's got a rooted hair beard down below. The reason for that is because this was a Superman sculpt to begin with, so we couldn't just sculpt some hair onto the surface. I don't think that would have looked right. Therefore, we decided to go rooted for the mutton chops and the beard and the moustache. Has it worked? I think it has. You let me know what you think of this sculpt down in the comments below. Snicked, I am so sorry. I always like to try and use at least one or two official parts from Hot Toys on my customs. I could have gone with the JX Toys Wolverine hands. They're really good. I've got no problem with the quality of those. But these are official Hot Toys the Wolverine hands. Skin tone wise, they match the body and the head sculpt perfectly. There's a great level of detail on them with the vein work and the hand hair. Plus the claws are made of real die-cast metal. Now I've installed the hands on the body, this thing is coming together. You can see there's some darkness where the hand hair meets the seamless body. That helps blend everything together. This is going to be one big beefy Wolverine, and that's exactly what the Cavillerine calls for. I'm tempted to maybe weather up the tank top a little just with some Tamiya weathering powders. Let me know in the comments if you think that's necessary or not. Oh yes, the Cavillerine fully assembled. The head sculpt is hollow, so it's adjustable on the neck connector. I'm going to have it sitting lower rather than higher just so that he looks even bulkier than he already does. I'm very happy with how this custom turned out. I love all my customs, but this one is one of my new favorites. Yes, he's tan. I want to address it because I can already see the comments telling me, oh, Justin, he looks like he's fallen asleep on the tanning bed. I know, he is tan. But I don't mind that one bit. The likeness to Henry Cavill is spot on from every angle, and that hair just looks insane. The way it's been styled, the individual strands, the beard. It's all come together way better than I expected it would. What about from behind? Does he look like Henry Cavill? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It sits really well on the body, the head sculpt. It cups the neck exactly right. Doesn't look like the neck is too small or too big or anything. And the way the hair ends at the bottom looks quite natural. If only there was a way to get this cigar in Cavillerine's mouth, because in the scene he did have a cigar in his mouth the entire time. This cigar came with So Toys Logan, and yeah, as it stands, no way to get this wedged in there. Just one more clip of this head sculpt up super close so you can see the little eyelashes painted on and the pore detail for the skin and the shading in certain areas and the moustache, the frown lines, the wrinkles. I have no complaints with the way this head sculpt looks. Whoa, holy blown out suit jacket, Justin. I know, it's a white jacket with a bit of a sheen to it against a white background, so there wasn't really much I could do about it. It was always going to blow out like this. This is the other custom that I assembled off camera, it's Patch. This head sculpt was made by Hot Toys for their Days of Future Past 1973 Wolverine figure, and I reckon it works really nicely for Patch. The eye patch came with Nick Fury from the Winter Soldier. He came with two, one on the head sculpt and a spare one, so I grabbed the sparey, popped it on this head, and it fits. I didn't think it was going to because he's got hair where Nick Fury doesn't, but it does. Just spend a little bit of time working it over the ear and getting it to sit right nestling in his hair strands, and you should end up with something that looks like this. I can do better on the outfit, I know I can, but this is just a cheap and nasty white suit jacket from AliExpress. I cut out a bit of my white backdrop, actually, and I used that for his pocket square. In the movie, it was white, versus in the comics, I know it's supposed to be red. His shirt was also from AliExpress, but the bow tie and cummerbund were the spare, just regular black ones that come with Mars Toys Bruce Wayne. Once again, an official Hot Toys The Wolverine hand with the real metal claws. But on the other side, this is a little helpful tip, I hope. If you want to have a character with their hand in their pocket, just take the hand off and wedge the wrist peg in there, because most of the time 1/6 scale pockets aren't massive, so you can't fit an entire 1/6 scale hand inside of it. But a wrist peg, you totally can, and when he's just standing there in the collection, the illusion works. It comes across as though he does have his hand in his pocket. The ZC Toys muscular body I used for this is actually a recast of the Hot Toys The Wolverine body, so proportions-wise, height-wise, compatibility-wise with this head sculpt, it was all a match. The only complaint I have is the skin tone for the neck is far too red. I've got no idea why they painted the body like this. As you can see, it doesn't match the head sculpt, so I'm either going to have to switch out the body because they do make this in different skin tones, or I'm going to have to bust out my airbrush and paint it myself. The pants, shoes, and socks, you guessed it, AliExpress, cheap and nasty. I didn't want to go too crazy over-invest in Patch because he had a really small role in the movie, but I reckon this custom does the job for now until I can find a replacement body for him. For a quick side-by-side comparison, on the left, Patch, and on the right, the Cavillerine. Most people would probably think that Henry Cavill is taller than Hugh Jackman, but that's not the case. In real life, Hugh Jackman is 6'2", versus Henry Cavill, he's 6'1". I'm going to suspend my disbelief with this because I decided to make the Cavillerine taller than Patch. The height difference, to me, in my mind's eye, looks about right. These two were two of my favourite Wolverine variants in the film. The only other one that I'm hoping that either Hot Toys makes, or I'll go ahead and try and do it myself, is the John Byrne brown and tan. Then again, Short King Logan would be pretty easy to build, and then Old Man Logan too, so who knows, I might just go ahead and make a few more of these. And then, because why the hell not, here we have Wade Wilson, Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine. He's taller than Patch, he's the same height as the Cavillerine. I love how these three look together, and I cannot wait to have a proper Deadpool and Wolverine shelf in the collection. Wrapping up on another episode of Build-A-Figure, our Wolverine special. I'm pretty confident with this one. I think most of you all are going to like these two, but I've been wrong before, so let's just wait and see how the comments turn out. Patch, quite simple to assemble, just some cheap bits off AliExpress, and then a Hot Toys head sculpt and a Hot Toys hand, plus a Nick Fury eye patch. Still, even though he's simple, he does the trick. I tried to get him to look as movie accurate as possible, but the Cavillerine is the star of the show for me. He was awesome in the movie, and in 1/6 scale, I'm so freaking pleased with how this guy turned out. He might not be to your liking. I'm hoping you can appreciate him nonetheless. The custom head sculpt with rooted hair, real wool artisan quality hair that's been styled by Duke, the hand painted and detailed Fison body that matches skin tone wise with the head sculpt and is big enough to accurately portray Henry Cavill, the outfit that is once again simple but movie accurate, and the real metal Hot Toys claws. On paper it looks like a simple custom, but getting that hair to look right and the rooted hair beard on the sculpt was no easy feat for Duke. He spent ages getting it to look right, and I think he nailed it. So out of the two customs, the Cavillerine is my personal favourite. Will I make more customs from Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah, probably, but we'll just have to wait and see. I have popped some links to Duke Avocado, Good Luck Studio, in the description, if you would like to contact him and commission something yourself. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button? if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.